Hi guys, hope everyone's well. In this video, I'll talk to you about the recent issue I had with the 5 bedroom house over on Broad Street. An issue which was caused by Booking.com and having dreadful tenants, dreadful guests. Probably the worst guests I've ever had. So yeah, I'll just go dive straight into it. So this was my second property. Both the first and my second one was gained in the month of August. So it began by obviously we was marketing it on Airbnb and it was going well. And me and my investor, we just wanted to obviously step our game up and our start up on Booking.com. So we wanted to up our game and obviously start what we're doing over on Booking.com. But it obviously comes with its own complications, Booking.com being a whole new system and whole new challenges. And that started off badly by when we set it up. There was a few things we didn't include, such as the cost for the cleaning. We didn't have that as a fee that's exclusive to the nightly rent. So guests booked onto we had multiple bookings within the first week, by about 5 in the first week, and I had to go through and tell them that there's an extra fee that you need to pay before you stay here, due to us making a mistake with that. And obviously we had a few cancellations due to the fact. But this guy, he was actually one of the people that had a phone call conversation and he was happy to pay it. When I had that phone call with him, he sounded quite young. He let me know that they were all there celebrating one of their friends' birthdays. So obviously that, in some people's eyes, may have been a red flag already and they would cancel it just because they're celebrating their birthday. But I just chose to let them continue. But obviously, looking in hindsight, I regret that. Also, the house rules. We had our policies set up on the Booking.com like extranet, but we didn't have such house rules because the way that Airbnb works, in the way that Booking.com works, with Airbnb, the guests are obliged to agree to the house rules if they book onto your property. With Booking.com, it's not something that they have to agree to the terms. So what I've learned from that so far is basically the best thing to do is literally list out your house rules just like how you do on Airbnb. Send someone a message. One of the first messages when they make the new booking saying that by booking with us, you accept these house rules. And then that's probably the easiest way to getting them to accept into your rules. And obviously, if you find a case later on, you'll have that back in like your corner. And also the deposit. We didn't charge a deposit, which is kind of just ridiculous. On a 5 bedroom house, it was a costly mistake to not charge a deposit. And due to that, obviously it's hard to get money from the guests if you didn't charge a deposit. So we'll come to that in a moment, but I'll just tell you a bit more about how it started off. So I got the Ring doorbells installed at the property so we could see them as they're arriving. Had the alert on my phone, so I clicked on that. So big group of young lads, probably about, say, 17s, 16s, some 18s, just like those young guys came from Kettering, so out of the West Midlands somewhere. So they just come over here to just enjoy themselves and obviously have a party. So I was like looking at that and I was like showing my friend I was with, I was like, it's not looking too good. I don't look like these guys are going to take care of your place kind of thing, but it's too late now. I can't just say to them, get out of my house because you look like you might cause some trouble. Yeah, so that I would never do that, but that's how things started. When the actual booking concluded, it was just a one night booking. The first like notification I had that there was trouble or that there was things didn't go as planned was when our cleaners went down to the property to obviously clean it up for the next check-in, which was the following day. So, as in, like, they check out today and someone's checking in today in the afternoon. So that happened. Our cleaners went down there. There was no keys Like normally my cleaners at that stage, they used to go into the lockbox and take a key out of there to access the property. No keys in the lockbox. So then their cleaners, I saw them on my ring. I was at work at this time. I clicked on my ring notifications for the cleaners about to try and do their job, and then obviously there's no key in there. So I knew the next thing they're going to call me. They gave me a call. I went to my lunch break, took a call, and it was telling me about they can't get into the property, no keys in there. And then I had to call the guest. The guest telling me just a whole load of nonsense stories, saying that he just literally, I called him. He came to me saying that his girlfriend's missing. You haven't seen her since last night. All of this, and I'm like, not to be rude or anything, but that's not my problem. I called you to ask you where's my keys. Simple as that. Your girlfriend being missing is your prerogative. You should have kept a hold of her while you're in Birmingham. So the guy's just like trying to make that my problem kind of thing, but I just let him know straight. So then I said to him, like, find out who's got it, call your friends. Maybe one of them's just taking it in their coat pocket or something. Tell me what's the problem. Because it's happened before and it tends to happen. So left it about 5 minutes. He called his friends, called him back. He told me that basically one of the last person to come out of the property put it in a fireplace. The last person to leave the property, so not him, the person that booked the whole journey, someone else, the last person to leave the house, left it in a fireplace and locked the door. The doors on this property are automatically locked, so they're auto locked. So as soon as you close the door, it's locked. You don't even need to use the key to open it. To lock it. It just locks. So obviously he's locked the key inside the house and left the house. Ridiculous. At that point, I was pissed. I had to leave work, rush out of work, talk to my manager, said explain the situation. She was understanding of it. Rushed out of work, zoomed down to Birmingham from where I was over by Dudley. Got there. The cleaners, I called them saying yeah, I've spoke to him. It's going to have to be a late call out kind of thing. And obviously I get charged for that. Spoke to cleaners are on their way as well. Obviously I spoke to the guy that was there saying you're going to get charged a lot for this because you're wasting my time. You're making me come out of my workplace and just causing so much trouble for all of us. So literally rushed out of work, got to the property, saw windows open, the attic conversion windows wide open, front window, downstairs window open. You would have thought people are still in there, lights are still on. I'm like, what the hell? What is going on? So got in the property, obviously opened it with my set of keys, got in there, opened the door, walk into the kitchen. First thing you see is bottles everywhere. I'll put a few pictures in here. And you see just drinks everywhere, beds moved, sofa bed moved from upstairs down into the front room, laughing gas canisters, balloons everywhere, marks on the wall looked like blood. Just the place was turned upside down. As I was looking around the house trying to find the keys that they reportedly put in a fireplace, it was actually placed in the fireplace. I put a picture in of that as well. So at that point, they were trying to sabotage the business by putting our keys to the property in the fireplace. So that's very malicious. So I began cleaning the property as I waited for the cleaners to come down. Such a stressful night, basically. And at the same time, I had to continue to delay my next guests. So my next guests, they came from the north on a job down at the university. They were supposed to stay there for 5 nights, whole week, Monday through to Monday through to Friday. And I was just delaying them I'll be done by 8 p.m. Keep doing it. Cleaning up. And then it's not going to be done by 8 p.m. 9 p.m, 9:30. Just go to the pub or something. Literally, I'm just saying anything to just delay them because they're not going to come to the property and expect to clean. They've been travelling all day long. They want to come home, rest their heads, watch TV. Do you know what I mean? So it was just terrible. When they came, I had to just profusely apologise on and on and on. Ended up buying them excuse me, some drinks that they like, some Carling. Bought them 6 cans. Actually, I bought them 2 sets of 6 cans because there's about 5 of them there, so I just got as many as I could. Gave them that. They were still pissed at me, understandably, because they're so tired and just like literally a long day, and just expected to just chill at the property. They've been waiting since like 4 p.m. Imagine that, waiting from 4 p.m. You don't arrive till 10. All of this caused by one guest. So basically, that resulted in the cancellation of that booking. So day after them guys staying there for one night, they called Airbnb, created a case, but cancelled it. The actual reason for the cancellation was very unclear. It came under some section saying that they felt unsafe or something in the property. That's what Airbnb told me. I had tried to contact them because I had their phone number. They just wasn't answering. They wasn't texting me back. So I just left it for what it is. And obviously that ended up in a cancellation of that long-term booking. So it's even more money lost. So all in all, in terms of damage, cancellation charges, and just everything, time wasting, charges for the cleaning, cancellation of the bookings, damages to the property, we was down in negative over £600. £600 just due to the negligence of one set of guests, hiding the keys, not cleaning the property, just turning the place upside down. So what I learned from that is just basically check your people. Don't be willing to accept any and everybody into your property. Make sure you have some guidelines that you go by when you're like showcasing properties online. Even if you're trying a new channel, such as Home Away, Trivago, whatever it may be, still have the same basic requirements of each guest. And obviously, even with some of them, they might not. Each homestay channel might not have the same level of security or same level of check-in, but still you need to put the efforts in there to make sure that these guests are the right people for your property. Maybe that's seeing them, checking them in. Maybe that's before that, making sure they sign an agreement to say that they're not going to cause any disturbance to your business, to your property, or to the neighbours, because all three was disturbed during this whole fiasco. But yeah, you live and you learn. Like literally, me and my business partner, we learned a lot from that, and we learned not to do the same mistake again. And obviously that's why I'm making this video, so I can potentially teach you guys and give you guys an insight into some of the stuff that will happen if you are kind of loose handling your SA business. But yeah, thanks anyway, guys. It's been nice sharing this story with yourself. Hopefully no more negative stories like this come along, but it's all part of the journey. Thank you. Peace. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share and comment to see more of my journey. Thank you.